And we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. It's a former Raven. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Purdy bootlegging it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dustyn Behm working his way to the quarterback that time. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, these 2 teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick-6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Purdy on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Jackson now. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, 29 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
49ers nothing. Dustyn Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Mitch Wishnowsky in punt formation for the 49ers.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. One play, 75 yards. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Ravens 21, 49ers nothing. Dustyn Tucker in the kickoff.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Returning from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Dustyn Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Play game. 49ers nothing.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Let's go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And some room to work. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 51 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for him with Dobbins. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Jackson will keep it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage,
touchdown! James Prochet, 42 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's got room. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gould with the extra point, and that will cut the lead down to 15. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
That one complete to Prochet. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Real quick.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Here's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Now they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. From the 4, it's second and a couple. To throw is Jackson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second and 11 now. Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 70 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jackson to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Completes it to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy.
Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Purdy, big 4th down play. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.